A pure monopoly exists when there is only one seller in a market. In practice, pure monopolies are rare, but some industries come quite close. The key feature is that the product has no perfect substitutes. In this video, we'll explore the short-run equilibrium of a monopolist. Then, in the next video, we'll examine the long-run equilibrium and compare it with perfect competition from a welfare perspective, asking who produces more, and who charges a lower price. Unlike the perfectly competitive firm, which faces a horizontal demand curve, a monopolist faces the entire market demand curve, since it is the only firm in the market. Let's examine the short-run equilibrium of a monopolist. We'll start by introducing the average total cost and marginal cost functions. Alongside these, we also have the demand and marginal revenue curves. Using Mathematica, this code generates the diagram, where you can see all four curves together, helping us visualize how the monopolist makes decisions. As we discussed in the earlier video on perfect competition, the monopolist also maximizes profit where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. In this diagram, that point is highlighted in red and labeled equilibrium point.
We'll determine the equilibrium output and price both visually and mathematically. From the equilibrium point, we drop a perpendicular to the x-axis to identify the quantity, and extend it upward to the demand curve to find the price. In this case, the equilibrium quantity is about 19.89 units, and the monopolist's price is approximately 120.46. We can now verify these results mathematically. We'll determine the short-run equilibrium profit for the monopolist, both visually and mathematically. Profit is represented by the area of the rectangle formed between the demand curve and the short-run average variable cost curve, at the equilibrium quantity. The height of this rectangle is the difference between price and average cost, and its width is the equilibrium output. Here, it is highlighted as the light red rectangle. The horizontal side of the rectangle represents the equilibrium quantity, which we found earlier to be 19.89. The vertical side represents the difference between the monopoly price and the unit cost at the short-run average variable cost curve. As shown here, that is 120.46 minus 62.09, which equals 58.36.
Multiplying these two sides gives the area of the rectangle, the monopoly profit. Mathematica calculates this as 1,160.62, highlighted here in the diagram. Another way to calculate monopoly profit is by taking the difference between total revenue and total cost. Total revenue is shown by the green rectangle, formed by the equilibrium price and quantity. Total cost is shown by the red rectangle, formed by the equilibrium unit cost on the average total cost curve and the same output. The difference between these two areas gives the monopoly profit of 1,160.62, as confirmed by Mathematica. Finally, this animation brings everything together. The light red rectangle represents profit. The green rectangle shows total revenue. And the dark red rectangle shows total cost.